The constant theme that we've heard today from our Republican colleagues is that this is about targeting an individual. This is a chance to clarify the law that they suggest is currently in a convoluted stage, which means that there's, in their judgment, sufficient confusion about the law as to whether or not the process should play out. What this legislation argues, I think, with great proficiency is the following, and that is that we should codify the system that we have discovered in recent days is not only dysfunctional, it's non-existent. 9 out of the last 10 presidents of the United States have voluntarily released their tax forms. It dates to Richard Nixon in a letter to the then chairman of this committee, Wilbur Mills. Barack Obama and Joe Biden have both indicated they have been fully audited. What we're suggesting today that this is an opportunity to clear up the question of how the mandatory audit that is highlighted in regulations at the IRS plays out. And by the way, when we say it's not in law, this institution here functions on the basis of rules as well as law. The rules in the IRS manual said that the audit ought to take place. We've discovered that not only did the audit not take place, none of them have even been completed. A reminder, this is not about a president, this is about the presidency going forward. This was not done with malicious intent. It was not done in a clandestine manner. It was this chance to say, okay, if there's a legitimate argument about how the mandatory audit system plays out, let's straighten it out this morning. Easily done and accomplished. Paying no taxes and paying taxes is a core responsibility and reflection of our faith in common citizenship. Despite the idea that we talk about a voluntary system, treasure the idea that about 87% of the American people pay their taxes on time. That really speaks, I think, to the intent and sincerity that they feel about a functioning government. All of us are expected to fulfill that responsibility. In exchange for voluntary compliance, we have to be assured that a fair and well-functioning system ensures that everyone else is cooperating too. This shouldn't be the kind of country that allows those with power and privilege to be held above the law that applies to everyone else. That's not part of our national character. That's not our ethic as a people. Here, no one, no matter how powerful, should be out of the reach of the tax system. Least of all, not in compliance with our tax laws. The IRS failed its own policy to audit a president in an affront to our shared sense of justice and fairness. Everybody on this occasion acknowledges that the audit did not take place. And no audit has been completed 3 years later. So the legislation before us, H.R. 9640, rectifies the situation. It offers great clarity. And I urge all of our colleagues to support this legislation, and I yield back my time.